Hey there, everyone. It's DM9563 here yet again, and today I'm with my girlfriend Falls. Today we're going to be doing another deck profile for you guys. This time we're going over her deck, and what are we going to be reviewing today?
Touken Ranbu, my favorite samurais.
Nice. So, how'd you start playing Touken Ranbu?
Well, since we started dating, you've always been into Vanguard, and then you tried getting me to play Vanguard, and that was where first with the Mermaid deck.
Yeah, duos, Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, and I like the design of it, having like one character, but having two different sides for it, like a bright side and a darker side.
Black and white versions.
Really interesting, but not interesting enough to get my attention to actually try playing until you showed me samurais.
Of course.
Because I don't know, I just like a lot of things about samurais, and I started getting to them when I got into Hakuoki.
Yeah. Yeah. It took quite a while to get her to actually play, and then as soon as I showed her the sets coming out, she was very happy.
No, this is just a trap. That was a trap.
It
then
worked.
I started asking a bunch of questions because they were just really interesting.
Alright, well, how about we go ahead and get into the deck profile then? Who's going to be your starter?
So this would be my starter.
What's his name again? I don't remember. Pardon me if I mispronounce these names. They are very Japanese.
Yeah. They are samurais.
Mutsunokami Yoshiyuki.
He wasn't my starter at first. I had another one that had like purple hair, and I named him Kiki because their names were pretty difficult to try to remember. But yeah, his ability wasn't that very effective. I didn't really like using it because
it was put it into soul and give 3,000 to somebody.
Yeah, just one, so it wasn't that very effective. And yeah, but after seeing what other kind of options I had, I decided to go with him because I like to kind of pair him up with something else. But first, if he's a rear guard and there's nobody behind him after I already have 3 damage, then he gets an extra power boost. On top of his 5,000 is 6,000, so he's already at 11.
Yeah.
As long as there's no one behind him.
Yeah, so also for those of you who don't know about Touken Ranbu, they have 2 keywords. One of them is Shikinisatsu, which you could think of as a Limit Break 3, and the other one is Homura. Homura is going to be an ability that you can only activate 1 per turn, so only 1 entire Homura ability for the entire turn. You can't use multiples because it's a different card, only 1. So yeah, this guy was Limit Break 3, and he becomes an 11k when he's by himself, right?
Yep.
Alright, how about we go into the triggers then? This guy is Gokutai. Do you mind if I present them?
Sure.
We have Gokutai. It's going to be 4 heal triggers, pretty standard. Alright, then we have Yagen Toshiro. 4 Toshiro critical triggers. Toshiro's going to be important later on, trust me. Then we have 3 Sayo Sumonji. It's going to be another critical trigger. Then we have 1 Shoku Daikiri Mitsutada. Yeah, difficult names, people, difficult names. This guy's a nice ability too. You haven't had a chance to use it much, right?
No, because I only have 1, and yeah, because I only have 1, I haven't really been able to find any others, and I haven't really been practicing a lot, so I've not really been able to use this ability.
Yeah, so if we had more, we'd probably be replacing Blue Jay with these, or that last critical that we showed you. She likes calling him Blue Jay. But anyways, with him, you can put him into the soul when he's standing, and when your Vanguard attacks, you can do this, and you can give 2 units in the front row an extra 3,000 power. And then, who's left on the triggers? Right, got these 2. Alright, we have 2 Hirano Toshiro and 2 Maeda Toshiro. The first one was a draw trigger. These ones are stand triggers, but they have a fun little ability together. Why don't you go ahead and explain that?
They're also, again, Toshiro. As long as
Here's one each.
One of each is on the field, then they boost each other up. They go from 4,000 to being 7,000, but they both have to be present.
Yeah, and that's also going to be another Limit Break 3 type of ability, but they become 7k as long as the other is anywhere on the field. Doesn't matter if it... Actually, maybe it does matter if it's rear guard. Yeah, has to be rear guard, but otherwise it doesn't matter. So that's the trigger lineup. It's going to be 4 heal triggers, 8 crit triggers, 2 stand, and 2 draw. So we're going into the grade 1s next?
Yeah, but go with my perfect guards.
Yeah, so She has these perfect guards. She got very lucky too. I was looking to try getting some of these perfect guards for her, and she got an SP version. She refuses to take it out of the binder though.
No, any cards that are special in any way, especially signed ones or anything, they're staying in my binder. They are not for play, especially.
Yeah,
they're
so
not sleeved.
yeah.
They have to be double sleeved.
But anyways, with this perfect guard, it's also going to be a G perfect guard, so it has the ability to countercharge when there's another one in the drop zone. So that's always a good thing. Would you say that this deck has a lot of counterblasting, or not a lot?
No, not really. I think it's mildly average,
Okay.
if you ask me.
Alright, we got this guy. This guy here is Nikri Oi. I think that's how you would pronounce it. You just call him Nikki, right?
Yep.
Do you remember what he does offhand, or do you want to read it?
No, I kind of remember. As long as I have 5 rested, was that 5 rested? Or 3 rested rear guards, not including him, which I just found out, you can put him into the soul, and your vanguard gets 10,000 more power.
Yeah. So as she says, she just found out is because they recently errated that card. It used to be as long as you had 3 rested rear guard, or 3 rear guards at all that were rested, you can just give your vanguard the extra 10,000. But they recently changed it so that it has to be 3 other rear guards. It's kind of annoying. All right.
Translations.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one because he has a big ability. This one here is Imano Tsurugi. Imano Tsurugi here is going to be your stride fodder. So gets grade +2 because you're striding. But then he also has the ability for when he's on rear guard, you can put him into the soul as long as you have a grade 4 or greater vanguard that has a Homura ability. And if you do, you can give that unit until the end of the turn 5,000 power and an auto ability of Homura. When his attack hits the vanguard, you can Soul Blast 1 and Countercharge 2. So just gives your stride a little bit of extra power. Also gives you the ability to just Soul Blast and what was it? Countercharge 2. So if you go heavy on the damage, can change things there.
Yeah, but I didn't really like the Homura stuff, so I stuck with the Shaky Desai. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. It looks like we're down to the last 4 of the grade 1s. I'll read these guys' names again. We have 2 Honbami Toshiro, and we have 2 Namazuo Toshiro. Similar to those triggers, these 2 are also kind of a pair.
Yeah, as long as the other one of each is on the field, they boost each other up again. They go from 6,000 to, let me see, they just get an extra 2,000.
No, 3,000.
3,000, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3,000. And then this one in particular, if he's boosting a specific
grade 3.
A specific grade 3, then he also gives that grade 3 an extra 2,000 or...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So they do give each other 2,000. I'm sorry, I confused you. But he gives the additional vanguard an extra 3,000.
Trying to question me on my cards.
Alright, so that was it for the grade 1s. Up next, we have the grade 2s. Alright. I think we're going to go with this guy because you have a fun little combo with him. This one's called Suza Simonji.
That's salmon.
Yeah. He's going to be a 10k intercept. We're running 2 of them. So, what's your combo with this guy?
Well, because for my starter, I need to get... well, he only has like a small boost. Anyway, when I put him up to the side, I usually put him in the back, and then I put him in the front. Once I use his ability of guarding for 10k, then I move him up, because at that point, I'm hoping to have at least 3 damage, and then I can use his Shaky Desai ability.
Yeah, so you have a really good defense there, and then once you've used that defense, you can easily go in for an attack the next turn. Personally, I think that's really good.
Self-taught.
Yeah, alright. Then this guy here is Yamato no Kamiyasu Sada? Yeah. Why do you like him again?
I don't really care for him, honestly. But, I mean, he has ability that's pretty repetitive. Again, he has another Shaky Desai ability, and you flip over 1 damage, he gets 2,000. And it's however many I would like, so if I had like 5 damage, I could flip over more. And, or counterblast, I should say. And, he gets an extra 2,000 for every one I turn.
Yeah. With that same ability for the Shaky Desai, it also gives a Homura ability. However, we never use the Homura ability, so... Sorry. You never use the Homura ability. Now we have 3
I like
Dudanuki
using him.
Masakuni. You're a jerk.
Only because I get to use it against him a lot.
Yeah. This is going to be your basic 12k attacker, as long as there's another... actually, no. Yeah, as long as there's a... As long as... Oh. Just when he attacks the Vanguard, it becomes 12k. Vanguard or Rear Guard, but it is Shiken Hisatsu, so limit break 3. And you love filling up the front row with him and just
It just
attacking.
happens. It just happens.
Alright, and then this one here
I
is
really don't care for him.
Heshikiri Hasabe. I'll explain his ability then. After he hits your after he attacks the Vanguard and it hits, you can counterblast 1, restand him, but he can only attack the back row. So it's good to get around some troublesome cards. So if you're facing against Dimension Police, you can go after their Commander Laurel. Lets you just go after stuff in the back row that can be troublesome.
Yeah, but I haven't really used that ability. Just kind of there for power or something.
Yep. And then we got these 2 guys. She likes how they look, mostly.
Yeah.
But just 2 10k vanillas.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alright. So now we're going to go into the grade 3s, the meat of the deck. Who do you want to start with?
Well, the one you have right there.
Okay. So this guy here is 2 Ichigo Hitofuri, who is very annoying, and we'll explain why momentarily. This is the one who helps up.
What was that?
Which one
Oh,
helps him
yeah,
out?
this one.
Yeah. This one of the grade 1s earlier that gets the 2000 boost also gives Ichigo an extra 3000 when boosting him. And he has an ability of Shiken Hisatsu, so limit break 3. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and for every single Toshiro on your field, he gets an extra 2,000 power. Oh no, 4,000 power.
Yep. So these 2, that would be 8,000. And then for the other pair of twins over there.
Yeah, each of the twin triggers from earlier, also Toshiro, plus your criticals are Toshiros, or some of the
And the
criticals
quintet
are.
wall.
Yeah.
The quintet wall.
Anyways, she has a lot of Toshiros.
Yep.
It gets 4,000 power for every single one on the field, so if he's your Vanguard and you have a full field of 5, it gets an extra 20,000 just for that. And then an additional 3,000 if that one's boosting. It's ridiculous numbers.
Yep, and I might as well this snowman be the next one since I like to pair them up.
Let me read his full name for those at home there. Surumaru Kuninaga.
They could be at the mall or something watching this.
True. Alright, let's hold those up. We got 3 of this guy. He's going to be your actual stride person. He has an on-stride skill as well as a Homura ability. His on-stride skill is when you stride, you have to soul charge 1, and then you pick 2 of your units, and they get an additional 3,000 power until the end of the turn. As for the Homura ability, so again, Homura you can only do once per turn, just flat out throughout your board.
Lame Homura.
And his ability is you can Soul Blast 1. When he hits your opponent's Vanguard, you will countercharge 1, and then you can pick a grade 3 and add it to your hand from your drop zone. So it does have a nice ability there, just to get recycle stride fodder from your other grade 3s. So it's a nice ability there. Then we have this guy.
Actually, I think we should talk about him next
Oh,
because
okay.
he also kind of another
right,
pretty
this is
effective
another good
card.
This guy's name is Ugui Sumaru. He's going to be your pinch hitter of sorts. First off, he has a Shiken Hisatsu ability that during your turn, all of your rear guards with the Shiken Hisatsu ability get an extra 2,000. So all the Shiken Hisatsu that we've been going on here just gives him a little bit of power boost. And then he has a second ability, which is an auto. When he drive checks reveals a grade 1 or greater unit with Shiken Hisatsu, he gets an extra 5,000 power. So even if you don't get a trigger, you can still break through the shield.
Toshiro.
Yeah,
Shiken Hisatsu.
all of these things with Shiken Hisatsu, it's really...
showed the wrong ones. No, they were just the ones that Shiken Hisatsu, so him and
So
everybody
it's
else.
really good card. Both abilities have to be on Vanguard though, so that's why it's run at 1. And then final 2 grade 3s that we
His
have.
name is Get Back.
It's actually Ishikimaru.
Get Back.
Okay, I'll get back. He has a Shiken Hisatsu ability that you can counterblast 1 when he attacks a Vanguard. You pay the cost. He gets an extra 15,000. So counterblast 1, he becomes a stride.
Yep. And then throw him in there.
Yeah.
Yay! Fun! Mega power until someone has a perfect guard.
35,000. However, he does have a limitation. In order for him to attack, all units in the front row must be rusted. So, small downside, but good finishing attack, just attack with your other rear guards, or say your opponent locked the other rear guards, say they retired your other rear guards, there's nobody else in the front row that's standing, you can swing. So it's still really good there.
That's why he's get back. Everybody get back. He's about to swing big.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go over the G-Zone. It's not a full G-Zone yet, ever since they came out with the 16-card G-Zone. We run...
He's my favorite.
We run 4 Iwatushi. Iwatushi is annoying. He takes a card out of Narukami's deck. Hey. Once per turn, you can counterblast one and flip another copy of himself up. He attacks the entire front row.
Yep.
All one attack. It's annoying.
Yep.
In this deck, he's your first stride usually.
Yeah.
First and second usually, actually. So.
To flip one of them over and.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's Iwatushi.
Him, I don't really use this next one. I don't really use that much. He's more effective with a certain other grade 3, but I don't have that one because they're just a rare chance that I ever have to use them.
This is 2 Tarutuchi. He does have an ability that can still be useful to us, though. He has a continuous that when he's on, just during your turn with his Vanguard, all of your Shikin Hisatsus in the front row get an extra 3,000 power. Then if you have the specific grade 3, which we don't have, he gets power boost, but that's unimportant.
Yeah, this one this next one I don't really use at all. I just don't really like his ability. I think it just costs a lot.
Yeah, this one here is going to be called, how do you pronounce this?
As he's trying to figure that out.
Hataru Maru. Yeah. This guy has an ability of when he attacks the Vanguard and the attack hits, you can rest 5 of your rear guards, so you have to have 5 that are standing. Rest 5 of them. He restands but loses 2 drive checks. So you can
go for a second hit, but you have to hit in the first place.
Yeah. So
I feel like that's more of a last chance. The only thing I kind of like having him for is just to boost my ultimate grade 4.
Yeah. This guy here, we were very surprised when she pulled it. I was completely flabbergasted and kind of annoyed because I'd never get anything good. Mm-hmm. We have our generation rare Mikazuki Minachuku. Mikazuki Munachika. Wow. Do you want to explain his ability?
If you think his name is just you say his ability.
Okay. So with him, once per turn, you can counterblast one. Just flip up a copy of something in your G-Zone. Doesn't matter if it's him. Doesn't matter if it's not. And then he'll get 3,000 power for every face-up card in your G-Zone. So doing 2 sets of Iwatushi, that's 4 cards face-up in your G-Zone plus 1 he just flipped up. That's easily an extra, what is that? An extra 15,000 on top of him. Mm-hmm. Then, for every 2 face-up cards in your G-Zone, you can retire one of your opponent's units in the front row. And on top of that, if you have at least 2 or more face-up cards in your G-Zone, he gets an extra critical. So you're easily looking at swinging for around 46,000 with a critical.
Critical was the extra.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
It's worked. It's worked a lot.
With his triple drive, we've guesstimated that you can get 5 damage just from him if you can perfect drive check and all of that good stuff.
Yep.
Alright. So, anyways, guys, this is our Touken Ranbu Deck profile. And this is my girlfriend Falls once again. Thanks for sharing your deck with us, sweetie.
Yay.
Alright, have a great one, guys. See ya. Bye.